What up, people? This is Spark TV live, and this is how I welcome you to Matters Arising with Mr. Spark. And this evening, I have the privilege of standing with Mr.
This is Omari Chukwu Denzel,
Sir.
a maritime consultant.
Okay, the name again, sir?
Omari Chukwu Denzel.
Okay, his name is Omari Chukwu. I'm with Mr. Omari Chukwu, and right now, we're going to go straight to Matters Arising. Mr. Omari Chukwu, sir, thanks for obliging us.
Thank you for welcoming.
Okay, Mr. Omari, this beautiful evening, I have something that is of concern, as regards the nation. Given the situation facing the country today, with economic meltdown in view, and considering the hardship ravaging the country, I would want to know, as a concerned citizen, that I believe you are, what is your view or assessment of the current regime led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Thank you very much. So far, so good. To assess a regime, you must give them a complete year out, like a tenure, to really assess them. But initially, the president that came in wanted to hit the ground running. Despite the controversy and elections that brought the regime in, we know after the Supreme Court that everything has been laid to rest. But now it's for him to start doing those things he promised us to do. But relatively, from onset, he has punctured his regime by removing the subsidy without giving us alternative measures. So that has hindered mostly every government transaction and everything day-to-day life in Nigeria, because the subsidy removal affects the runnings of business daily, because they're cut across every corners of transactions in Nigeria. So my own advice for him, now that he has rolled out some palliative and other things, he should make sure that the government in the various states cushion to the effect to distribute those palliative that can get across the poor and the need. That's what I want to talk as a juncture. But as a regime is still young, and we want the Mr. President to critically look at the other sectors of security level in the country, because the high level of insecurity that is causing serious ravage in the country, because non-state actors have taken over, begin to cause trouble all over the country. The need for a new way to change the security architecture of the country by introducing new methods, intelligent gathering, and other ways of policing communities so that we can reduce crime and other things. So that's the only way what I can say for now. So
thank you, Mr. Omari Chukwu. It's amazing your assessment so far. I mean, you didn't deviate at any point, and it's really interesting to know that there are still some people out there like you who have interest, or rather, who has got hope, who still believe in the regime, that there is something that can actually, something good that come out of this regime, because I see a lot of Nigerians who sound as if all hopes are lost, but it's good. People like you still keep hopes alive, and make people out there, some people out there, see the need to hold on to hope. As it stands right now, I know somehow you've talked on what you think or what your advice is for Mr. President, but now I want to say in a few sentences, what is outrightly your advice to Mr. President on what you would love him to do to improve and better the lives of the ordinary citizens?
Nigeria is a very complex country by nature, by culture, and everything. We must try as much as possible to be fair with every region in the country. Because if we say because you are in that seat, say the winner take it all, it's not like that. Because tomorrow some other person will be in that position. You should try as much as possible to appease the various areas the various regions, the various zones that are aligned, that are in crisis, so that there's nothing. Government is for the people. You need to negotiate. Come out clean, negotiate with some people. Like the IPOP, the 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 Yoruba group that is calling for cessation. If you try and talk to them, this is the only country we have. Nigeria must be peaceful. People who are leaving the country because they don't have hope. But life is based on hope, nothing more. Yes, you cannot fix the country overnight, but if you take good baby steps that are gearing to giving that achievement of a new hope. Me, I'm not a fan of Bola Tinubu. I will not say maybe, but I'm concerned about Nigeria. What if Nigeria works? It works for all of us. So that's it. If now the mantle is on him to change, to really come down and put his feet on ground, to change those things he said he wanted to do, not leaving it in the hands of people that will say, okay, we have done this, we have done that. There's serious problem of security and food shortage in the country. The farmers must go back to farm. We must secure the land so that people cultivate food so that we can eat. In Nigeria today, in as much as we see things are skyrocketing because of the dollar and everything, the problem the country must produce to earn something. If you don't produce, you cannot earn anything. So the government should look at those areas where they can invest this money, invest in corporate bodies, or at least, or give, what do you call it, palliative, soft loans. For me, the general thing this particular government should do is cut taxes. If you cut taxes, because there are duplication of taxes in Nigeria, multiple taxation has caused so much problem in the country because people doesn't even know how much they pay, and the cost of production will get high once the taxes are high. So that's it. So they should look the way they should reduce tax. I hear that there is a committee that are set up to review the tax system in Nigeria. That would be better. At least once you reduce tax, the home industry will start produce goods, and then people will create employment. Investors will come. We don't need to go and look for investors outside. So that's what I can say for now.
Thank you so much, Mr. Omaichukwu. Mr. Omaichukwu has done amazingly well. I mean, his advice to Mr. President is not something to be thrown off. It's not something to be that one can override or overlook. Well, it's evidently clear that he has done amazingly well in lending his voice, on this evening program, Matters Arising with Mr. Swag. Just so we're clear, this is the view of Mr. Omaichukwu and not that of Spark TV 101. God bless Nigeria. God bless Africa. Peace and love.
YouTube and TikTok at Spark TV 101, IGN FB, you go Spark.